Welcome to Music and Life KM. Today, we're exploring the top 5 singles from the Billboard Year-End Hot 100 chart of 1984. Get ready to relive the hits that dominated the airwaves and define the music landscape of that year. Number 5.
In early 1984, Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now, was released by Phil Collins. Written by Collins and produced by Arif Martin, this single from the soundtrack of the film, Against All Odds, became a defining hit in the genres of pop and soft rock. Originally titled, How Can You Just Sit There?, the music for the song was composed by Collins during the sessions for his debut album, Face Value, in 1981. It was initially set aside, as Collins did not find it particularly compelling at the time. The song wasn't considered for his 1982 album, Hello, I Must Be Going, either. The film's director, Taylor Hackford, was enthusiastic about the track, prompting Collins to write lyrics that fit the movie's narrative, even while he was on tour with his band, Genesis. Upon its release, Against All Odds achieved the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Collins' first of 7 solo chart toppers. It also reached number 1 in Canada, Ireland, and Norway, and peaked at number 2 in the UK. The song was first included in Collins' compilation album, Hits, 1998, and later featured in Love Songs, a compilation, Old and New, 2004. A live version appears on Serious Hits, Live, and the original demo from the Face Value sessions is part of the project. Take a Look at Me Now, Against All Odds, won the Grammy Award for Best Pop Vocal Performance, Male, in 1985, and was nominated for Song of the Year. It also received nominations for the Academy Award and the Golden Globe for Best Original Song. The Guardian and American Songwriter consider it Collins' second best song, after In the Air Tonight. In the UK, the single peaked at number 2 for 3 weeks, held off the top spot by Lionel Richie's Hello and Duran Duran's The Reflex. By the end of the year, it was the 14th best-selling single in the UK. Other year-end lists featuring the song include 1984, Australia, Kent Music Report, 21. Belgium, Ultra Top 50 Flanders, 55. Canada, RPM 2. Netherlands, Dutch Top 40, 74. Netherlands, Single Top 100, 53. Switzerland, 24. West Germany, 67.
Number 4.
In early 1984, Footloose was released by Kenny Loggins. Written by Loggins and Dean Pitchford, and produced by Loggins and Lee DiCarlo, this single became a defining hit in the genres of rock and pop rock. As the lead single from the soundtrack of the cult film, Footloose, it marked the first of 2 Loggins contributions, the other being I'm Free, Heaven Helps the Man. The song spent 3 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 between March 31st and April 14th, 1984, and remains Loggins' only number 1 hit on this chart. Footloose also earned a spot on the AFI's 100 Years, 100 Songs list, ranking at number 96. The song was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Song at the 1985 ceremony but lost to Stevie Wonder's I Just Called to Say I Love You. From the film, The Woman in Red. Loggins' single version differs slightly in length and includes some distinct arrangements and more prominent vocals at the beginning. In 2018, Footloose was added to the National Recording Registry of the Library of Congress for its cultural, historical, or aesthetic significance. The song's music video, directed by Brian Grant, features the single version and incorporates various scenes from the film, particularly those related to dancing, including a scene where Kevin Bacon performs a dance routine in a warehouse, a scene that was actually part of the song, Never, by Moving Pictures for the same soundtrack. Other year-end charts it appeared on 1984, Australia, Kent Music Report 7. Canada, RPM 17. New Zealand 9. South Africa 12. UK Singles, Gallup 82. All-time Billboard Hot 100 chart, 1958 to 2018 313.
Number 3.
In October 1983, Say 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 was released by Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. Written by McCartney and Jackson and produced by George Martin, this single is a notable track from McCartney's 1983 album Pipes of Peace. It was recorded during the sessions for McCartney's 1982 album Tug of War, a year before the release of their first duet, The Girl Is Mine, from Jackson's album Thriller. Upon its release, Say 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 became Jackson's 7th top 10 hit in a single year, reaching the number 1 spot on various charts. It was Jackson's 6th number 1 hit in 1983 and McCartney's last number 1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. The single also topped charts in Canada, Sweden, Norway, and other countries. In the UK, it peaked at number 2 and was part of the top 10 in Australia, Austria, New Zealand, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and more than 20 other nations. In 2013, Billboard magazine included Say 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 in its list of the biggest hits of all time, ranking it at number 41. Rolling Stone magazine named it the 9th best collaboration of all time, based on a reader's poll. The single spent 6 weeks at the top of the Hot 100, reached number 2 on the R&B chart, and number 3 on the Hot Adult Contemporary Tracks chart. The release of Say 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 sparked a series of critiques from McCartney, with some questioning the quality of music he was producing at the time. This criticism followed similar reactions to his 1982 duet with Stevie Wonder, Ebony and Ivory. Notably, the music video for Say 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 featured Linda McCartney and LaToya Jackson. Linda also contributed to the song's vocals. Other year-end lists featuring the song include 1983, Australia, Kent Music Report 57, UK Singles 22, 1984, Australia, Kent Music Report 83, Canada, RPM 39, South Africa 14, Decade and Chart, US Billboard Top Songs of the 80s 8, All-Time Chart 1958 to 2021, US Billboard Hot 150.
Number 2.
In May 1984, Tina Turner released What's Love Got to Do With It as a single from her 5th studio album, Private Dancer, 1984. Written by Graham Lyle and Terry Britton, and produced by Terry Britton, this song would become Turner's best-selling hit. Interestingly, it is Turner's only number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. At 44 years old, Turner became the oldest female artist to top this chart. Not only was it the second most popular single of the year in the United States, but it also ranked 17th in the United Kingdom, where it peaked at number 3 on the UK Singles Chart. The song won 3 awards at the 27th Grammy Awards, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. In 1993, the song's title was used for a biographical film about Turner's life. In 2012, the single was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, becoming Turner's 3rd Grammy Hall of Fame award. Additionally, Rolling Stone ranked it 309th on their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time, and in 2021, it climbed to 134th. The RIA also ranked it 38th in their Songs of the Century list. Various cover versions have been successful, but none have surpassed Turner's original. Before Turner's recording, the British pop group Bucks Fizz was offered the song. Jay Aston recorded the lead vocal, but the producer was dissatisfied with the female lead. In February 1984, they recorded a version with Bobby G on lead vocals. However, Turner's impactful version led to the Bucks Fizz version being shelved until the re-release of Are You Ready in 2000. The single received rave reviews at the time, praised as pop perfection, showcase of attitude, and envy of other singers. Turner hadn't had a top 10 single in the US since the early 1970s. This single gave her the top spot for 3 weeks, marking her first and only number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song also spent 5 weeks at number 2 on the Billboard Hot Black Singles chart, held off the top spot by Prince's When Doves Cry. Internationally, it reached number 1 in Australia and Canada, and number 3 in New Zealand and the United Kingdom. It also made the top 10 in multiple European countries, including the top 5 in Ireland, Sweden, and Austria, and number 2 in South Africa. Awards and honors. Grammys 1985. Record of the Year. Song of the Year. Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. A version of her Grammy performance is included in Grammy's Greatest Moments, Volume 1. MTV Video Music Award 1985. Best Female Video. Grammys 2012. Grammy Hall of Fame. Other year-end charts featuring the song include 1984. Australia, Ken Music Report, 22. Canada, RPM, 3. Netherlands, Single Top 100, 76. New Zealand, 13. UK, 20. Billboard. US Adult Contemporary, 50. US Cashbox, 2. US Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs, 3. West Germany, 35. Decade and Charts. US Billboard Hot 100, 20.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us your favorite song from this list. Now let's continue our path to the number 1 song on the Billboard Year-End Hot 100 Singles of 1984. Number 1.
On May 16, 1984, Prince released When Doves Cry as the lead single from his 6th studio album, Purple Rain, 1984, which was also the soundtrack to the film of the same name. The song, written and produced by Prince, became his first number 1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed for 5 weeks. It also achieved international success and was certified platinum by the RIA, becoming the last song to receive this certification before the requirements were reduced in 1989. After Prince's death in 2016, the single re-entered the Billboard Hot 100, initially at number 20, and later climbed to number 8, marking its first time in the top 10 since the week of September 1, 1984. The song ranked number 37 on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time, and is included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's list of 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. Prince composed the song after completing the rest of the Purple Rain album, initially as a request from the film's director, Albert Magnoli, specifying which scenes the track would accompany. Notably, the song has no bass lines, adding to its unique sound. In its time, Cashbox described it as featuring ethereal lyrics, a pounding backbeat, and a sometimes ominous musical atmosphere, highlighting Prince's reputation as one of the most provocative and sophisticated artists. The song's 5-week run at number 1 from July 7 to August 4, 1984, prevented Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark from reaching the top spot. Due to calculation discrepancies, When Doves Cry was ranked number 2 on the American Top 40's year-end list, with Say 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 being number 1. It was voted Best Single of the Year in the Village Voice Paz and Jop Critics poll and spent 8 weeks at number 1 on Billboard's Hot Black Singles chart. Spin ranked it number 6 on their list of songs of all time, while Rolling Stone placed it at number 37 in their 2021 list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. In 2006, VH1 listed it at number 5 on their 100 greatest songs of the 80s, and in 2008, it was voted number 2 in Australia's top 10 number 1 pop songs. Paste ranked it number 3 on their list of the 50 greatest Prince songs. An American Songwriter placed it at number 2 in their 2022 list of greatest Prince songs. MC Hammer sampled the song in his 1990 track, Pray. Honors and awards. American Music Awards 1985. Favorite Black Single, winner. Paz and Jop 1984. Best Single of the Year, Critics Poll, winner. Year-end lists. 1984. Australia, Ken Music Report, 14. Belgium, Ultra Top 50 Flanders, 39. Netherlands, Dutch Top 40, 27. Netherlands, Single Top 100, 35. New Zealand, 15. Billboard Hot Black Singles, 1. 2016. Billboard US Hot Rock Songs 24. All-time lists 1958 to 2018. US Billboard Hot 100 123.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us your favorite song from this list. Until next time. You can also donate on my PayPal, musicandlife.km@gmail.com. This was a program for Music and Life by Karlos M. Created by Rune KM Productions.